What's going on, everybody? It's Nico, and this time we're doing the spectator analysis thing, casting, I don't know what to call this because it's so many different things at once, with the special guest. Trent, introduce yourself.
Hello, hello. Yes, my name is Trent, and I go by Panty Punch.
He does go. He does go by Panty Punch. But yeah, as you can see, the Order Titan is see-through because this is the beginning of the game, or the beginning of the replay. It's at 13:26. There's about 13 minutes of gameplay to go over, and then there's plenty of stuff to go over after the match. So this should be a good video. You guys should be fine. The last one I did that was only 13 or so minutes long ended up being a 30-minute video. So I have a lot to talk about apparently. But yeah, and Trent, is your mouse on the play button?
It is.
All right. 3, 2, 1, play. All right. So, enemy Ymir is leaving the base.
We just got Gold Fury.
Oh, we are getting Gold Fury.
Oh, we're getting?
Mine, I just handed it, and now I'm backing. What's happening on yours?
Okay, I'm a little bit ahead of you.
All right. So pause real quick. 13:36.
I'm at 13:46. That's odd.
I'm
like 10 seconds.
Yeah, so reset real quick, like the back button.
Or you hitting back, but it's not changing the time.
Oh, mine went to 13:36. I'm at 13:19, 13:20, 13:21, 13:23, 24, 25, 26.
I think I broke the game because now everyone's invisible.
Press play.
Oh, okay.
All right, tell me when you're at 13:27.
13:27.
Are you there?
No, I am.
Okay. 28, 29, 30.
Oh, we're going to 30?
Oh, go to 33, pause, and then tell me.
Okay.
All right. You there?
Now I am.
Is it you paused?
Mm-hmm.
All right, 3, 2, 1, play. All right, we got Gold Fury. I backed. Ull's in the mid lane. The enemy team notices, hey, I wonder if Gold Fury is there. It's not.
Nope.
You're going to lane. Wow, actually, Ymir hit a nice double freeze on Anubis and Ull, but, oh man, Nemesis is really, really underleveled and dead.
Yeah. She struggled from the beginning of this game.
She really did.
She left solo lane at the start, you know, the classic start of helping out solo lane. She left, like, right away.
And see, oh god, this is embarrassing. I don't want to watch myself die to this. Because I was totally trying to kill the minions and hold the lane for Anubis before. And this ult hits a stun right as I'm about to go through minions and I get owned. But,
well played.
Yeah, that was my own fault. But the Nemesis left solo lane at level 2, didn't invade my jungle, and just went and did hers. So Chalk got a lot of solo experience, but as you can see, it didn't matter because Trent's 2 levels ahead of him, and I'm 6 levels ahead of Nemesis. So yeah, she had a really rough time.
Yeah. And didn't we kill Chalk?
He has 3 deaths, so at some point we killed him.
I'm pretty sure we killed him. Like, as soon as Nemesis left, we killed him.
Oh.
That's the reason why I'm so far ahead.
I don't think... Well, maybe. I don't remember. I can't remember the beginning of this game. Frosty is a subscriber. He wanted to play, and I was like, sure, let's go. He picked support Hercules. One little thing I would critique him on is he didn't build a heavy hammer, which... Come on now. Heavy Hammer's OP. It won't be Wednesday, but it will. It still is today and tomorrow, and you guys actually probably aren't going to see this video this week, so never mind. It's not OP anymore. You can't buy it on supports if you're... At the time, it's clearly what you wanted. He also didn't go into Midas Boots. He was going into Warrior Tabi, and he first built Hide of the Urchin. Now, Urchin is great, but Midas Boots needed to be done so you could get Sovereignty. If you're going support anybody... You want to have those 2 things. Even on Hercules.
Ooh.
You don't want to be building damage. There is a fight, right side.
I'm getting
ganged up on. Gangbusters. And then Anubis come on the backside. I come from the left with Hercules. Anubis is trying the 1v3, but he dies to Nemesis.
Yeah.
I'm going to town on Ymir because I'm like, Hasten Fatalis Demonic Grip, yo.
Ooh.
And then,
Gotcha.
yeah,
Please.
and then you don't fight Freya when her 1 and 2 are up. And then because I was about to fall into a portal, I go ult.
Yeah.
And then Trent doesn't get the kill. And then this is fucking crazy. We're all like, oh, we'll steal the blue buff. And then the entire enemy team
God.
comes back, and you think, oh, Trent and Nico, we're fucked, right?
Look at my health. I'm like
Yeah.
25% health. It just zigzag. I'm like, I'm just gonna try to dodge everything and pray.
Yep. And I get an unofficial quadra.
You basically pray and spray.
Well, that is what Freya does best. Hold left click. So Frosty should have had Midas Boots sovereignty. Like he ends up building level 2 Executioner, which I can't remember if it's called Balance Blade. Don't want to do that if you support. That's just little critiques, because you know that's just something I do. I see item builds and everything and this kind of thing and go, you should have done this, that, this, that. You know. Ymir didn't have Hand of the Gods on the enemy team as a support. He had Greater Blink and Greater Providence. And he actually was putting wards in lots of places. Like, there's a fucking Sentry ward on our red buff from the enemy team. Like, he was using it whenever it was up. The only problem was he had no way to secure objectives, and the only hand 3 they had on their team was the level 11 Nemesis.
Yeah, it's really important to get that hand 3, without a doubt.
Yeah, especially when you're a support.
Yeah.
Like, Frosty's got it, and his build may not be optimal for support, but he knew that he needed that. So, Trent comes in, misses everything, but I kill everything because Freya is really hard and difficult. Nemesis is running away. Chalk's gonna get himself killed because he ran into an Anubis and Freya for whatever reason. And Trent swings his pole around because Trent likes to put it out there and just swing it.
Swing it around. You know me.
I start Fire Giant because I called it because they were all dead and Ymir was nowhere to be seen. So I was like, we could do this easy. Frosty wasn't here in time, but do we really need the hand 3 when I have hand 2? Like, yeah. So
none of the enemies were near us.
Yeah.
So.
Fire Giant secured easy. I'm full health after doing 1 buff because of Fire Giant and Bumbas. But I go back because I knew I could finish Bancroft's Talon and get even more lifesteal. Frosty's backing because there's nothing to do. Might as well buy wards or items. Anubis and Ull are fighting. Ull's actually gonna get out?
Wow. Yeah, this is when he gets out here. Ooh, I don't know.
He's trying. Nope, he gets owned.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately.
Good effort,
if he would have caught her, he might have lifestealed enough to get it back, like, out of there.
Yeah.
Anubis is getting wrecked. I kill Giannis because I had a personal vendetta against him.
So I think we got pretty cocky here.
A little bit. At least it seems like it.
Well, until you show up, then it's like, oh.
And
okay,
then, oh, hey, look at that. I don't take damage.
Triple kill.
Oh, can I get the quadra? Can I get... Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Who died that I didn't get a penta, though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm trying to think, like, who died and when did they die to where I didn't get the penta? Because I killed Nemesis, Ymir, Giannis, and Chalk. So Ull died at some point, and I have no idea when. Also, since we did that, I was just like, hey, why don't we get Gold Fury?
Yeah, we really had nothing else to do, so...
I mean, we could have pushed mid with the Fire Giant buff, because it wouldn't have been difficult, but why not deny them the ability to get Gold Fury at some point? Yeah. So, not a terrible call, but it might have been better, like, more optimal to push mid lane and get rid of that second tier tower, especially since the second tier tower is worth as much as Gold Fury. But...
And at this point, we're pretty confident that we're going to win this one.
I mean, when you have a 14-2 Freya, it's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah.
Trent's getting dunked on, but he's got so much defense, doesn't matter. And you still have your ultimate, and since
That's
Nemesis does no
pretty-
damage, it's pretty easy to get out.
And since I have Fire Shot, I can just jump
Heal
right into
even
the
more,
fight.
yeah.
Yeah.
Anubis dies, unfortunately. To a pretty good snipe, actually.
No, you just melted off.
Yeah, I melted Chalk, and you went in a circle around him.
Yeah.
And then I melt Nemesis. And then, you know, Freya's ultimate's really fair and balanced.
No escaping.
And then, whoa, ooh, with the nice hit on your bird form,
Yeah.
to be honest.
Yeah. I don't even think he was going for me, but
I still hit you.
yeah.
And this is where we kind of get weird, because Frosty's all the way in there, in the thick of it. Ymir accidentally walls his teammates out. That's why he gets out so easily. Holy shit. You guys are all fighting, and I'm like, I really don't want to be behind their tower fighting. So I'm just like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm good.
I
You
saw
can see that.
Hercules over there, and I was like, oh, I should go in. But by the time I go in, he got out, and then he's probably like, oh, some Kong's going in. I should go back in. You know?
And in this entire time, I'm just like, I'll AFK farm their speed buff. Even though we probably could have... Oh, never mind. You do kill Giannis. I was like, we probably could have killed him had we, like, fought that. But,
I waited for that.
yeah. And then I save you from Nemesis, because I'm the Whoop Master.
Yeah.
Nemesis's build is really, really bad. Really, really bad. She has boots in the Aussie and the Golden Bow. Golden Bow is an item you only build on Mercury because it synergizes with him so well, and it works with how he can poke people for half their health with crit. Aussie, you don't build second, ever, just because that's not an item you build second. It doesn't do enough for you. Like, she needed... Like, the build I see a lot of pro players go now for Nemesis is boots, Jotuns, like, and then try to get Sheen size. So I would have said, hey, you probably should do that. It just felt like this Nemesis never jungled before, because it didn't seem like she knew what she was doing.
Might be the case.
Yeah, unfortunately. Holy, that ooh. Well, and then, yep, dunking down. Also, one good thing that Trent noticed is that we didn't have a sovereignty, so he picked up sovereignty, which is, you know, great.
Honestly,
Paying attention.
I didn't know. Yeah, I really didn't know how to build Sun Wukong because I haven't played him forever, and I don't really know the changes that they made to him that well. So I was like, I'll just go more tanky than anything.
Yeah. I mean, it was good because we didn't have it on our team, and it made sense, and it just kind of shows that you were like, hey, let's look at the team, what we got and everything, and see what we need. And since our main tank didn't have it, we got it, and then it helped out. That is the end of the game. We made a final push mid and killed the Titan, but now we can go into the after action lobby and see what's going on.
Stats.
And it's kind of funny because you can see what people put in the VGS system at the end of the game. And somebody said, the enemies seemed like they were going good game because, that's what they do. And then somebody went no. So that's funny. All right. So, player stats. Me, Trent, and Anubis are all level 20 on our team. Nobody on the enemy team's level 20. That really sucks. That hurts them a lot.
Wow.
Having those passive stats really, really hurts.
Wow.
Yeah.
13, 13, 13, 14, and then a 17.
Yeah, their highest is 17. Our lowest was 17. That's...
Jeez.
Yeah. My gold per minute was 597. That's dumb. And their highest was 431. So we were out farming them and out just playing them at every stage of the game. Let's see. Player damage, I did 23,000. Trent did 12,000. Ul did 10. Anubis did 17k. And Frosty did 7,000. But as a support, even as Hercules support, you're not looking at too much player damage on them. And then the most damage they did on the enemy team is 16,000 on Giannis, which Giannis hits really, really hard, so that's not that surprising. And I took the most damage on our team. Yeah.
Wow.
I guess I just went straight man mode. Whatever.
A lifesteal, I guess.
Yeah. Bancroft's talent and passive, Freya's passive, is kind of dumb, especially when our 1 or 2 are active. It saved me in the one game I'm going to upload God, it's weird to try to figure this out in my head. Since this is going up not the same week as the gameplay I'm uploading. Last week I uploaded a gameplay where it was really, 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 really long, almost 50 minutes, where Loki tried to one-shot me, and I used beads, turned around, and started fighting him, and because of Bancroft's Talon, I killed him and lived. So, yeah. It's insane. But yeah, that's about all the stats we want to see. Trent definitely took a shit ton more. Like, you mitigated 17,000 damage and took 19,000, so you actually took more damage than me. But it's kind of crazy that I have the most just like straight damage taken.
Especially since you're, Freya.
Yeah.
Not built to be defensive at all.
Yeah, I didn't even get into Witchblade, which I don't know if I would have built in this game, honestly. I might have built another just straight offensive item and not a slightly defensive. But yeah, builds. I had Hand of the Gods 2, Beads 2, Bumbas, Boots, Hasten Fatalis, Demonic Grip, Bancroft's Talon, going into Rada Tahuti, because I'm Freya, and I want Bead so I can't be stunned out of my 1 and 2, and just keep doing damage, and I want Hand 2 because it helps my farm in the early game. And I never buy Hand 3 or Fist because that's just how I think. It's like, if I'm playing a squishy character, I probably won't be able to get in there to use Hand 3 to execute the objective, and I feel like Fist is kind of a waste, especially if you're still farming. If it's like 50 minutes in, I should, have that extra CC probably isn't bad, but for the most part, I don't want it. Trent's build is really good. I already said that. I mean, the only thing I would have got on you, if this game would have went longer, is a Titan's Bane and then maybe a Magi's Blessing, so that way you were really 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 mixed defensive and offensively.
Good bruiser, yeah.
Ul's build is a very greedy double stacking build, which is
jeez.
Yeah.
It's risky.
It's really risky because Transcendence is super fucking expensive, though I really like it on Ul. I don't think you needed Devourer's Gloves. Usually, from what I've heard, pro players and stuff, is that if you buy Transcendence on Ul, you should build Aussie, so you have lifesteal and stuff, but I don't know. It worked for him. He went 1-1 and 9. He didn't die a lot, but, I mean, can't really knock it too much.
I like seeing different builds like that,
Yeah. It used to be, I don't know if it was a month or two ago, that the pro players would go Heartseeker, Devourer's Gauntlets, Heartseeker, and then into Boots, where they just had a crap ton of power early game. But they don't really do that anymore. It's just Devo's Gauntlets, Boots, Executioner, Crit Rush. So, something a little different. Anubis, standard kind of Anubis build, really. He got Bancroft's Talon because it's really good on Anubis. Not Warrior Tabi. Oh my god, I'm so used to playing physical. Shoes of the Magi, Gem of Isolation, and Spear of the Magus. Slow people down and strip them of all their protections. Kill them really, really, really hard. I guess Sprint makes sense. Giannis, Nemesis, Ymir. No, man. Well, yeah. Sprint, and he got Aegis. I feel like Beads might have been better.
Beads, yeah.
Because they have the Ul Stun, the Silence from Chalk, the Ymir Freeze. Yeah. The Banish from Giannis. Yeah. Beads and Sprint 3 would have been better instead of Sprint 2 and Aegis. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Maybe his mentality is different. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know.
Who knows? Wait, I'm not in his head. I'm just saying what I think would be more optimal. Then again, I don't play Anubis because, God, I can't stand having no mobility like that. And then Hercules, like I said, would have preferred full support style build, but I can't really complain when you go 2-0 and 13.
Yeah.
And apparently has full defense according to the stats on the bars for whatever reason. Then again, everybody does.
It really worked out because I went pretty tanky too, so it's kind of two semi-tanks.
Though, yeah, balance play, that's what that's called. Probably going into Sheen size, which it hurts on Hercules. It hurts real bad, so I get it. But yeah, I already said that. Giannis, standard Giannis build. He looked like he was going into Ethereal Staff at the end there, or Gem of ISO, though I bet Ethereal Staff would have been the better bet. Just so he could survive because of the shit ton of health that E-Staff gives. He had Beads Aegis, which I can't really like he needed beads for Anubis and he needed Aegis for Anubis and Freya. So it makes sense. It just I still so much damage in CC that he died 5 times.
Yeah.
Nemesis's build is just not good at all. I mean, I can't say anything other than that. You don't, it's like Aussie provides not, like it doesn't provide enough to rush that early because the lifesteal isn't that great. You only get penetration and attack speed on top of that. And penetration is good, but it doesn't amplify your damage like a straight damage item would. So I feel like
you said, Golden Bow.
Golden Bow's only gold on Mercury. There's a reason that's the only god you buy it on. So I really wish Nemesis would have built other things because this game may have been more competitive had she, I don't know, done that. But who knows? Ymir didn't have hand 3. Didn't have hand gods at all. His blink stuns were pretty good, and unfortunately, he never finished his boots.
Boots, oh my god.
And he didn't get sovereignty or any physical defense at all.
Wow.
Though I understand where he's kind of coming from because Freya and Anubis were doing the most damage, it looked like.
Yeah, that's true.
But at the same time, it didn't matter. Because, like...
Doesn't sovereignty give you magic protection for the whole team, right?
Yeah, it gives the aura it gives off gives 20 physical and magical protection. So on it's like you're buying the like base stats for yourself, and then the aura applies to you and your teammates. So he would have got magical protection on top of that.
Yeah.
Also, it's really, really important to get your Midas boots done on supports because it makes it to where you can get sovereignty earlier and stuff.
Yep.
And I would be like, oh yeah, Stone of Gaia Silver Talisman. That's a lot of magical protection. That's really good. The only problem is Anubis strips protections naturally, and then he bought Spirit of the Magus, and Freya's core build is Demonic Grip, which strips protections. So it did, like, all that protection didn't help him at all.
No.
Chalk. He rushed Hide of the Urchin, which was good early game, because he actually, like, was fairly tanky, if I remember correctly. You couldn't really kill him by yourself for like a decent part of the first like 5 minutes, right?
I think once. Yeah, not after 5 minutes. I killed him once.
Yeah.
So we pretty much had the same build at the beginning, except I had a bit more damage.
Because you went boots first.
Yeah.
And
I got
Death's Toll, yeah.
Death's Toll.
So, and then he went boots, and then he went Hide of the Nemean Lion, which is strange because this item really isn't that great because it reflects 20% of all basic attack damage back to the attacker as magical damage, which, I mean, not bad, but against Wukong,
items.
Like, he could have bought literally any other like physical protection item because Wukong doesn't basic attack a lot. Freya does, but with her passive lifesteal and her increased damage from her 1 and 2, she's not going to even feel that, and you're not even protecting yourself from that. There's better things he could have bought, and then he was going into Breastplate of Valor to give him CDR and physical protection, but no health. I wouldn't do that. So, yeah, not good stuff. Well, no, Silver Breastplate is definitely Breastplate of Valor because the greener one is, so yeah, wouldn't have done that. Ull's build is the exact same as our Ull's build, only he had no active items, so he died 5 times. Sometimes that's just what happens. He was also about 3,000 gold behind our Ull, which meant he couldn't buy active items, and he probably didn't finish his Devo's Gauntlets until way after. Yeah. So he had a rough time over there in the duo lane, that's for sure. But there's some things I would have changed in this, some things that I was okay with, and some things that just worked out, fortunately, and would have been better had, like, there were more optimal things, but yeah, you can't complain too much if it works. But sometimes it doesn't work, and then you're like, oh, that's why that didn't work, you know?
Honestly, I don't think I would play with Sun Wukong again in solo lane, just because I feel like it's
not a big fan.
There's better gods out there that can do it. I mean, it was fun and all, but like I feel like Chalk, I mean, he was pretty good, even though he went 1 and 7 towards the end of the game started dying a lot, but I don't know. I think I'd rather play like Raw or Vamana solo lane.
Yeah, because against a stronger player as Chalk, he probably would have really, really pushed you in and made you lose a lot of gold.
If he was better than me, I would be in trouble.
Yeah, because Chalk is right now one of the more dominant physical solo laners. It's like Chalk Vamana, and then on like the magical side, it's like Ra and who else has played in the solo lane right now? I don't know. It's been I pay attention when I watch the pros, but at the same time, I'm just like, oh, cool, they picked that. But yeah. That's kind of been the whole analysis thing. I don't have much else to say about anything. I don't know about you, Trent.
I think I've said everything.
All right, yeah. But yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you guys learned some stuff. And yeah, if you guys are wondering how can I watch my replays, and by my I mean like you're saying that, replays, as far as I know, are only recorded in highly elo games. So, you know, really, really high games. When somebody else is already spectating your game while it's going on, or you're playing ranked. So, if you don't have any replayable matches, that's why. If you want to be able to replay your matches, get a friend, tell them, be like, hey, I'm about to play a match, spectate it for me, please. There you go.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I definitely recommend watching replays. Like,
yeah.
It doesn't matter what game you play. If you watch a replay, you can learn from it and get better.
Yeah, you can see like, oh, I could have been doing this entire time. Since we didn't buy wards here, we didn't know this was happening and like stuff like that. And you can always like look at what was going on and be like, oh, I totally just was completely wrong when I yelled at someone right here because I'm an idiot. And I didn't know that when I was in the game because I couldn't see what was going on. But yeah, other than that, I have got nothing else to say. And yeah, hope you guys liked the video, and hope you have a good day. And I'll see you later.
Thanks for watching. See ya.
Peace.